Good morning. We have Dr. Babu Reddy with us. Dr. Reddy is Deputy Director of Market Research in Coffee Board of India. He have done PhD in Agriculture Economics from the University of Agriculture and Science, Bangalore. He joined Research Development of Coffee Board of India in December 1999 and presently heading the Market Research and Intelligence Unit in Coffee Board of India. Welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you.
First of all, congrats for the successful event in Dubai.
Thank you.
Right, and we all seen that our LinkedIn is filled with the posts from Dubai. So, very congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, we would like to know that what is Market Research, Market Intelligence Unit in context of market research, and what is the role of Market Research Wing in Coffee Board of India?
Yeah. Thank you, Ashish, and good morning. Before getting into the Market Intelligence Unit, I would like to start with how this has established. Coffee Board of India was established by the Constitutional Act, Coffee Act 7 of 1942, under the administrative control of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India.
Correct.
During that period, the main function of the Coffee Board was marketing of coffee, wherein the entire coffee that is being produced in the country, each and every bean, is marketed through Coffee Board, and the Coffee Board used to handle the marketing by allocating quota systems for both international market as well as the domestic market.
Okay.
And the other functions used to be like research, technology and promotion during that period. The main function of marketing of coffee, for which the Coffee Board was established, has been transformed during 1990s. Okay. The liberalization of coffee marketing and the dismantling of quota systems in the international market, and also the demand for liberalization of coffee marketing has transformed the regulatory marketing system which was handled by Coffee Board to that of a free market economy in a phased manner during 1996. From 1992 to 96, in a different phases, the coffee marketing got liberalized. Okay. From 96 onwards, it is open market and free market economy. When you understand that point, that time, during the pool marketing era, where we had huge marketing department used to handle all the market related data. The marketing department got winded up after liberalization of marketing, marketing of coffee, and there was a government also announced VRS system for the employees. Okay. When the marketing department was winded up, there is a vacuum created in the information of the market related data and the statistics maintenance. Okay. It was felt need that the information of dissemination of market information and maintenance of the market data is a crucial in a competitive economy. Therefore, the Market Intelligence Unit was set up within the administrative control of Coffee Board with the existing manpower. That's where the Market Intelligence Unit came up in the Coffee Board, and which used to handle providing a neutral, unbiased market information to the coffee stakeholders. Then, coming to the point that what it does, the Market Intelligence Unit. It mainly acted as to improve competitiveness and profitability of the coffee stakeholders by making available the valuable market information on daily basis. The Market Intelligence Unit publishes daily market report on a daily basis, which covers both the international and domestic coffee prices and analysis of the market variables like supply, demand, and other related information. That daily market report is being disseminated to the coffee stakeholders, which makes them to take the pricing decisions. Apart from dissemination of price information, it compiles and collects the lot of statistics and publishes coffee database on coffee, which is a handbook of entire coffee statistics, comprises of both Indian and global trends. And the unit undertakes crop estimations. The coffee production in the country is being estimated at 3 stages of crop season. One is, we publish the country's coffee production estimations at post-blossom stage and post-monsoon stage by taking into account of the effects of monsoon, and the final estimation will be published after a harvest of the crop season by taking into account of the actual harvest. The data is being collected through our extension wing, through sample estates, stratified random sampling technique we apply, and we collect data on the Arabica and Robusta separately and then the zone wise, and we compile district wise and then the aggregate to the country's coffee production, which becomes an official estimate of coffee production in the country annually. Apart from crop estimations, we carry demand studies like coffee consumption studies at regular intervals, and then the other economic variable studies we carry out and publishes regularly for the information of the stakeholders. Most importantly, we also provide information on the WTO and trade policy related issues for the government to take the policy decisions by taking inputs from the stakeholders. What we do, coffee being an export oriented commodity, whatever the market access related issues are there in the important importing countries, like both tariff related, non-tariff related issues, we compile that information and we carry out the analysis of is there any tariff asymmetry issues with respect to certain important markets for the Indian coffee, and also is there any GSP concessions that can be looked after from the important countries. Those analysis we carry and we recommend to the government by along with the stakeholders inputs. We carry stakeholders consultations and then we analyze the data and then submit to the government, wherein the government will take up these issues during bilateral negotiations or the free trade agreements when it is going on with different countries with the trade negotiations, and these will be taken as an inputs for getting market access to our Indian coffee in the international market. Apart from this important activity, we also carry studies on economics of coffee cultivation. We come out with the cost of production and cost of cultivation estimations, and we also provide these inputs to the banking sector, especially to the NABARD, while fixing the scale of finance. Such kind of important information will flow from the market intelligence unit. And we also take up, we handle any risk management tools that are available, like insurance schemes, like per se, if I wanted to say, the unit coordinated the rainfall insurance scheme for coffee, which was implemented for 10 years, 2007 to 2017, wherein we have coordinated the entire implementation for coffee sector. Like presently, after rainfall insurance scheme, now government is also working on the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana that can be extended to the plantation crops, wherein we are working with the state government and insurance companies and other experts along with the stakeholders, and recommending to the government the suitable insurance mechanism.
Okay.
That's where the market intelligence unit provides a kind of valuable market information regularly to the stakeholders, and also providing strategic inputs for the domestic market, like through research studies and the
Correct.
export strategies. Since we also handle the export section and the export promotion wing,
Okay.
where I handle, we provide all these inputs to the stakeholders, to the board, and also to the government in taking decisions, wherein it helps the growers in analyze, using that information for their better price discovery mechanism, and also for taking certain decisions on the marketing of coffee or the cropping season, and also diversifying their cropping patterns, and also to the board and the government in taking certain policy decisions on certain important aspects.
Okay.
That's the role of market intelligence unit, which I handle in Coffee Board of India.
All right. So it looks like this is the most important wing when it comes to coffee, because you are taking care from pre-harvesting, harvesting, then telling to
Because now no economics, and then this it has economics of any activity has become more important when you are getting into that. Providing a kind of unbiased and then trustworthy information across the value chain, being a government organization, which will be relied by everyone. Therefore, we need to focus and work towards that line. Therefore, it is an important activity. Thank you.
So, sir, tell me, what are the latest trends, which is shaping the coffee market in India and even globally?
Yeah. See, we need to understand coffee scenario as such, very important for all the players who wanted to get into the coffee activity, because it's mainly depends on the global factors. Therefore, understanding of the global trends and to certain extent, our domestic trends is very important for anyone who want to get into the coffee value chain activity. Because why that is? Coffee is largely traded commodity, widely traded commodity across the globe. And
one of the biggest, I think.
Biggest, like in fact, the coffee trading, when it started, it is presumed that the coffee is the second largest traded commodity in the world after petroleum. Now, of course, it is one of the important agriculture traded commodity in the world still, because coffee is being produced mainly in the developing countries. When you look at the production suitable areas, it is between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. The suitable agroclimatic conditions are prevailed, wherein coffee production is dominated, which is called bean belt.
Correct.
Mainly dominated in the production of developing countries, while when you look at the consumption and importing countries, they are the developed world. Therefore, coffee being an export-oriented commodity for all the producing countries, where 70% of consumption is mainly dominated in the consuming countries, which are the developed countries, while hardly 30% of the total consumption takes place in the producing countries. Of course, now Brazil is one is the largest producer, as well as it is also shown as the largest consumer among the producing countries, successfully developed domestic market also. When you understand that, that means when it is largely export-oriented commodity, the domestic prices of the producing countries are mainly depend on the international price movements. The international prices, coffee prices, depends on the global supply, global demand, and the stock positions that are prevailing. Therefore, understanding of these factors is very important. When you look at even the producing countries, though there are 80 countries produce coffee, of which we say that 50 countries are the major producers.
Yes.
But even within that 50 countries, when you look at, hardly the top 5 countries contributes nearly 70% of the global production.
Okay.
The Brazil, which is the largest producing country, contribute about 38 to 40% of the global coffee production. Second largest is Vietnam, which contributes close to 20% of the global coffee production, where mainly produces Robusta coffee. And Colombia third, and Ethiopia and Indonesia, Honduras. And India, we were sixth largest producer of coffee in the world with about 3.5 to 4% of global coffee production for a long period of time. Of course, in the recent years, Honduras has taken over and we have become seventh largest producer in coffee in the world. When I say 5 countries contributing 70%, and when you look at top 10 countries, it contributes 90% of the global coffee production. Okay. Any variations in the production of these countries, especially the Brazilian coffee production due to vagaries of nature or frost conditions that are prevailed in that country, and then now presently in the recent years we are seeing drought conditions in the country, and also Vietnam is facing certain climatic conditions, vagaries. Any variations in these major producing countries will have a big impact on the global market conditions. Now, as we look at today's scenario, last this is the 5th year, we can say that the global coffee prices are continuously rising.
Yes.
And this year is being the highest coffee prices, wherein it is good for the producers, very happy note, but at the same time, when such a prolonged high prices with reaching further highs will have profound impact on the downstream players like retailers and then the consumers, as we are experiencing. At the same time, with these high prices, when the producers start improving their crop conditions, then the production starts improving. Then if it overtakes the demand, then again there will be a impact on the prices which will start falling down. As we have seen in the early years of this century, 2000 to 2004 is the worst coffee price scenario which experienced, wherein today we are sitting with a very high price scenario, but that period was very low price scenario which was experienced by the coffee industry. Therefore, coffee market is very highly volatile, and then this kind of cyclical nature of the coffee prices, and then the boom and bust cycles what we see is very common, which need to be understood by the players and to get into either to the coffee trade, coffee marketing, and these things. That's what we know. These trends, both global trends, coffee trends, and then domestic market trends, like whatever I've explained, will be designated to the growers, entire coffee stakeholders. Having said that, now we understood that the major factors that influences coffee prices are, one is the fundamental factors of supply demand, that is the global production, consumption, that is demand, and stock positions. But there are non-fundamental factors also influences the coffee prices. Like, since it is largely traded against the US dollar, any variations in the currency, against the US dollar will have a big impact. Like, per se that the major producing countries' currency, like Brazil real, or Colombia peso, or Vietnam dong currencies, which if their currency gets depreciated against the dollar, that means the local producers and the exporters will get higher value when you traded against the US dollar.
Yes.
When you are getting higher value, you tend to release more supply to the market. Therefore, it will have impact on the prices.
Yes.
And also, coffee prices are now mainly determined by the futures market prices. Like New York market determines the Arabica coffee price, while London market determines the Robusta coffee price.
Okay.
Since it is largely traded in the futures exchanges, the speculation in these exchange, in these markets also will have impact on the coffee prices. The speculators can play against the trade, and then they will also impact the coffee prices. Therefore, understanding of all these things are very important, and these are all the trends that plays important role in the coffee market scenario.
Correct. So, few days before in the newspaper, it was there that all the local vendors are increasing their coffee rates now. So, as you said, that it affects the end consumers also if the rates are increasing. So, for grower, it's good, but end consumer, again, they are the one who are suffering.
Yes, that's true. That's like, and in fact, they are also hard to get the raw materials with these high prices when they sustain for a longer period of time and without hope, much information on that when these prices get eased out. Therefore, they have taken the decision. But at the same time, when the prices comes down drastically, they need to look for reversing of those retail prices also. But yes, the retailers now has to take a call on increasing the prices.
I think even the traders' margins are reducing now. Because they are purchasing on a higher value and they cannot sell on a higher value.
That's true, and especially the Indian coffees. So because when you look at, again, we need to understand the quality of coffee also, because Indian coffees are high quality coffees and high priced coffees when you look at the other producing origins. And when the prices are very high, the base prices itself, again you need to offer premium over the quality of Indian coffee. Which will further increase the Indian coffee prices. That's where Indian coffees offering with the higher prices, getting the market access is the
Correct.
That's
challenge.
true. That's true.